have a big fight here up against BTR. Federalis. The other side just holding on. Good shed. Bumblebee finds still one player from the side of Talon that is going to be cool out. And it's going to be pretty tough here. Federalis knows exactly what's up as well. They're up with Todak. Nate flies on by. Was a bit short. Kenny's going to be down to the ground. BTR now here closing up the distance. Could be a big fight. Coming all. Optimus, Bumblebee, rotating there on the other side of the map. Federalis able to throw in some shots. Another shotgun gonna go whipped out here by the side of Optimus. Looks to put this one through. Operating a pinch now. Backside, Todak can't find the shots to connect.
A little bit of exchange coming in, but there's just too much volume of Smiths right now taking cover. And finally, they find that pinch over onto the member of Todak. And now it's Mango stuck inside of that dip. Not much that he could actually do out of the situation, but he's trying to trade right back. But Optimus is just too sharp. Where can he even consider BTR reign supreme in that fight? And now they're on the hunt, taking absolute control of the north. The Savior looking to challenge them on that space.
The Savior looks to put the show here. A striking chance for them to bag in their winner chicken dinner. Swell. Still. 3 more casualties to deal with. Federalis eats a nade directly to the face. Off the head. Nade T. Beautiful cut. Not gonna be enough though to put one player down to the ground here. Now rotation has to be spotted over. Talon Esports. That's himself. A bit caught in the pinch here up against all 3 ego risks. Alongside the Xavier Parrish in there off the rip from the south side. Now, Nate T looking to close it out here up against Ray Z, up against Federalis as well there for the side of BTR. Definitely not the fight that you want to commit for.
3 superstars from Indonesia, and of course the ace of Vietnam looking to pummel True and Outer Ego to shred it apart. Federalis on a strike, and this is what he does best towards the late game when he's allowed the opportunity to do so. They're being denied for getting their way into the north, and they have to fight their way out, and those pumps coming in will dent the hopes and dreams of Talon Esports. Wow, toe-to-toe, DX goes up front, and they find a mark, but instead, it's that exchange that comes true for Optimus. Now, leaving the pack for the rest of BTR. Nate T still trying to recover, though, so it's really down to Levi's to make a little bit more damage towards the side of BTR. And here comes that grenade. It does not connect.
And flying on by to 2v2, and Razy will get eliminated by the side of Bad Roo. Moana is now going to be off the rip here from the side of Alter Ego Refs. Should have an overview of the players of BTR. Federalis tagged off, Paradin into the mix. Federalis is down to the ground. Optimus here longing to survive out of this mess. 3 players from the side of the Xavier looking to put up a crusade as they put down the players of BTR. No Moana beats him to it. Now it's Alter Ego Eris. Backs alongside one of the players from the side of Talon the Real Alliance and Boy Donkeys has to deal with. I mean, this is probably the most northern dominant circle that we've seen here so far here inside of this tournament. Now here we go back here for the side of Boom Esports. They do go against the players of BTR by Vitality. That is going to be Optimus here getting the first initial knock.
Now going on the chase, and just perfect timing coming in from that bolt into the corners, and it's going to be an easy picking for a BTR to have the full set, but Race is getting picked out as well. That's coming from an outside angle as Baby seeks them out at the very same time. So a 3-way battle with ASI setting up a junction trap right from the outskirts to deny any form of entry into the zones of 70 grounds. Federalis now trying to seek out where exactly those angles are coming from, but he's not really getting any intel whatsoever.
Not at all. BTR by Vitality looking to get this one through, but A-Side actually going to be there off the rep as well. Going to be able to get the initial high ground here, and they're going to be circling around the parameters, so they might just be able to play for some pickoffs here, Contra.
Yeah, very smart plays coming from ASI 8, but they cannot afford to be picked off at any given moment.
For you, sir, up down to the ground, unfortunate for him, and now the rest of the players from Talon Esports looking to rightfully aim and claim this domain of this mountainside.
Oh man, this is such a tough area to play out because there's still some water that will actually deny certain passages over onto the far north. So it's going to be teams hoping to find a little wiggle room to eventually get that access into the shooting range. Meanwhile, the trades still happening in South 70, where ASIA found more of these members of BTR as they further commit, doubling down. And I want to see whether if BTR can just beeline their way just to convert something in return, but it seems like they're not really fully convinced on really staying put in South 70, but they got more and more visitors coming in their way.
Vikings break so far. Back few here, but BTR Federal still actually finds one away. That it's going to be a giant down now here, out away from the scene. That's definitely going to be an elimination here up in the books here for this very round. They're going to be playing around the outskirts actually here on Severny, so not really plenty of room to work with. Not really a lot of space to work with here for the Xavier and Triber Massey. Triber Massey here feeding off the bullets of the Xavier. After all, those are the top dogs of the competition so far here on today's broadcast. But hey, Delta with an S12 finds one. Whips out the AR, looking to get another there on the backside. That should be Tribe Arrow Massey finding the means to eliminate the players of the Xavier.
Man, DX just got off from a win, and just like that, they crumbled. They all got funneled directly towards the crosshairs of AST. And right now, hoping to actually hold firm, but that is a very tight squeeze by the fences, and Alpha Gaming is just going to punish them for it.
Oh my days. Alpha Gaming, you'll here. Looks to get another ER through the smoke. He goes east as well. Just burning in that smoke. Out Tribe Arrow Massey. Delta can catch a break, and from the top side as well, another player, another squad puts himself into the mixture. Big all triple standoff here in the vicinity of the range.
Now they just really have to cut their losses. Delta won't have any form of reprieve right now. Happy days for Alpha Gaming to really receive even more extra stash of utils from the baggages. Well, they are really taking firm control of the shooting range, but from the outskirts, the last we saw, BTR yet to really seal the scores up against some of the rest of the field. But at least they're planted very safely inside the city as they're sharing that space alongside with the rest of SI8. Boing Donkey 7-9 comes in a little rather late, but the one even further away is actually Kasim that's still over onto the outskirts of Rozak. So perhaps he could be able to find a little bit more of that wiggle room over the south side and just slowly get his way into the safety net. While SI8 this time getting hustled yet again. BTR unrelenting, and we want to see what more can Huzaifa do in this situation.
I think you're just burning down. Nade flies on by though, no connections there. Another nade bites the dust on him first floor, but Huzaifa's going to be holding on there on the second floor instead. Days after nades to go. Racy here trying to close out the distance. Brony's able to get the marker there on the bottom side. He's going to be able to secure one elimination to his name. That is going to be Bumble EB out now here from the picture. Razy swings on with an S12 to the face. Should be able to get another trade to their name. 5 to their name, but the clash continues here. Not really a safe picture here for either end.
Yeah, and with the rival of Talon, this is definitely going to be a big curveball for the two teams that have been here from the get-go, and BTR slowly wintered down. One tap is all it took for Casanova to finally nail it down up against the rest of...
A bit of a fight as well there. I mean, they lost really a player away in the sense of round. Big run by Vitality though. They're drawing near here up against one opposition. I mean, they are going to be playing around the school vicinity. It's going to be Team 52. Helton here going to go for the spray down up against the Optimus. Gets tagged up though. Can't really going to go for a commitment now, and ups him back right here inside of the Dacia.
Yeah, just trying to wrestle their way across, and Helton just gotta be very careful about this. Oh, with the Mini 14, Can takes him off the wheels, but he's also soaking the brunt of the damage, and now Barry Can takes his opportunity, and Barry Can abuses him with all these close range weaponry because he's holding on to that Mini 14.
Oh my days. Mini 14 up and to go. Again. Still looking to fight some more, but you are not really in the best shape of form here. I mean, after all, you take a look at the map, there's just so many casualties you got to worry about. The Xavier, though, Paragin finds one player up against Todak. They're going to be able to get the pickup as well. Cavalry arrives for the rest of the players here for a set of the Xavier. Todak, Leon, going to be here just on the other side. Might just be a big commitment here from either end to try to go for the fight. Back here towards BTR Vitality, though. We are nearing close to the players of 252 and Optimus calling in the shots, and that's going to be another player out into play here for set of Team 52.
Man's eyes go, I tell you that. I mean, the way that he's just waited for the right optimum angles.
Ground. This Meteor should be able to find one more bullet to connect, but Levi's puts himself through the mixture. 777 to its name. Molly's going to be out. Able to close out to this sun, hops right back in towards the buggy side. And the swell case hurting real bad. Fortunately enough, though, able to pull back.
Well, just look at that aggression being displayed by the rest of the AZ Slumber. I mean, that's kind of, the onus was on the Savior, right? I mean, they won that battle, and they weren't exactly depleted from that fight as well, but they were too busy looting up, which is why they kind of lost that one member throughout that Harry Potter snipersness, whatever you want to call it. So, I guess, like, it only puts some slight dent onto the members of the Savior, but they're definitely taking the back. They gotta just quickly go on that full reset. Thankfully, no casualties thus far for the side of the Savior. Can't say the same about RR2 because they're getting curled with a lot of damage. And now the Savior reaggresses, hops on board, and they found Asmi as well as Baby. Gatka is the only member left. I think that they start the wrong Hornet's Nest, and right now it's a domination spree for the rest of the Savior.
Yeah, definitely steered the wrong spot here for the side of AZ Slumber. The Xavier here is mad and hungry. Able to close it out already. Gashi, what can you do? Absolutely nothing. But no Federalis gets the corner from the back as well. And now it's going to be BTR calling the fight up against the Xavier.
The timing was perfect. Federalis, they strike two. And now the rest of BTR needs to follow suit while they're trying to lick their wounds. But where exactly is the rest of BTR? There's only Optimus over on the far end. But, well, I guess that's about it. I forgot that two of their members have been taken out earlier on. So they cannot really afford to go in for the full push despite getting those knocks. And look who's here. Vampire Esports. And oh boy, it's an absolute showdown. And the arena is definitely looking pretty harsh with all the terrains being set by the hillside, being over onto the trenches as well. So it's all out warfare over the far west. Trying to take charge though. There's a couple of avenues where they will have to look after, especially for the North Point, where there's about 2 more teams inbound. Whereas T2K looking a little bit more comprehensive on their approach, as they've managed to read a lot of all these movements coming in from the rest of the field, and they could ensure that nobody else is going to be out there on the wheat fields of Gatka. I mean, at this rate, at stage 4, definitely you will expect somebody to be worming their way around those stacks of grass. And oh, here we go, Casanova again. Now he gets one drop. They're looking for more up against BTR.
Oh, my days! Casanova once again. Just blowing teams apart. What is reverberating around El Pozo now? Bit of a late run there from one of the players from inside of Boom Esports. Team Flash as well there on the bottom side. That meets Telecom, Digital Alliance, and APG. If ever they still persist to continue to head straight directly towards the northern side of El Pozo. But BTR, though, finds a shot here and puts down Casanova. That is going to be definitely a pretty crucial kill.
Well, it just gets a little bit more messy. Well, more and more teams actually flock into the city. You can see from the minimap that it's just lighting up in multiple colors at the moment, where it's hard to tell who's fighting who at the very same time. We've got BTR, we got ASI 8, D-Saver in the mix as well. I mean, these guys, they could possibly get a couple of knocks, but most often than not, it will be quickly revived. Meanwhile, on the outskirts, there will be Zontal finding the catch over onto the dock, quickly secures it. APG trades right back. I wonder what's really going on over onto that sector of the map. Well, Ken looking for this pick-off here. He's got that grenade, but the Chore, he's running further and further away, so he's just got to keep those grenades back in his pocket.
Big shot here for East. Not gonna be able to find one. AZ Slumber here coming across here towards the backside, but as me finds one, that it's gonna be all down to the ground. East refoss. East holding things down here. Ball back away, drops smoke. Granted coverage. Incredibly off the caught up with the AZ Slumber squad now here. Farther than across the compound. East here gonna get trampled from the player from the back.
Find a little space into the slums. LaFire as well as Boystill has been able to create that space, but oh boy, the moment he snaps out, he gets punished for it.
He's alive. ETR by Vitality. Holding on strong there. But it's a fight to be seen here for the side of the Vikings and the Telecom DG Alliance. The nade connects for Cassioon there. Finds Strang away. Closing it up now. Should be able to get a pick up here up against 966. But another nade flies by Talon Esports. He catches himself into the mid side. Between the players of the Vikings and Telecom DG Alliance. Another nade bites the dust, but it's not going to be enough to get the knock. But they walk into 1T with a DBS, finding one player, making a double, and then it's going to be Telecom DG Alliance eliminated as well.
And their streak has been denied right now with the firm hold coming in from MGN Vikings. But what exactly is the next call right now? Trang, receiving help coming from Munti, crawls into safety. It's between these three teams. By the slums is I elusive by the corner. Sem9 still having so much room to wiggle with by the containers up north, and they are confident to even plant Satria by the very far edge. And now Isaiah drops a couple of nades, and that is going to put a little bit of dent up towards the members of Sem9.
Ooh. Pop off. Here. Top 5 remains. Coming through. To get this one done here. Talon Esports Missionaries seems to be in so much control of this situation. 9 Federals from the back finds Spectre away. And now it's going to be Satria all alone.
Wow. It's just so clustered up. It all goes down to a matter of millimeters on those catches. Baby extends for a little further out. Living from Sci-Fi all the way back inside the warehouse. And in between Razy. How on earth did he actually pop the perfect Molotov? And now he gets the double knock, baby! He found the angle and now punishes the rest of Vikings. And they're slowly withering down. Razy also closing in. And now they want to just take the rest of ASI out of this party.
Getting into the mix. Race by. Zypha finds Razy a bit tagged up. ETR is caught in the middle side here. On paper, this should be a game for the side of Talon Esports, but they get the bullet straight directly to their face. Boy, still knocked to the ground. LaFire getting tagged up as well.
BTR, they're just waiting for the rest of these players to run towards the direction before they open fire. And yes, they will claim a couple more, but this is actually coming all the way from Yoru. And take a look at this. Talon so far, snacking all of them up. And now, 4v4v4 to call the final chicken dinner of the night.
Not in the mid side, can they sustain? Sem9. So far, closing it up here from the left side. Talon Esports. Oh, it's the nade once again. Boys still once again down to the ground. So much things going on here. Nade's just getting tossed over all over the place. Federals gets thugged up, but not going to be enough to get the knock as well.
A lot of back and forth between the two of them, and right now they gotta quickly revive, and the zone closing all the way through. Talon, they're getting slowly choked out, and Sem9, despite them wanting to approach to backstab the rest of ATR, they're slowly covering in defeat.
Demise. Coming in, and just like that, last player left here for Sem9, and BTR makes it happen, the dream persists. And once again, they close out the night with a banger.